Antonio Mancini, a master of Italian Realism. Mancini, 1852 to 1930, was one of the most talented and expressive painters of the Italian Realist movement, known for his emotionally charged portraits and vivid use of color and texture. Although less well-known internationally than some of the contemporaries, Mancini's innovative style and psychological depth placed him among the finest portraitists of his time. His work bridges the traditions of 19th century realism with early modernist techniques, making him a key figure in the evolution of European painting. Early life and training. Antonio Mancini was born on November 14, 1852, in Rome, Italy, into a modest family. From an early age, he displayed a remarkable talent for drawing. At just 12 years old, he was admitted to the Institute of Fine Arts in Naples, one of the leading art academies in Italy at the time. There, he studied under Domenico Morelli and Filippo Polizzi, both prominent figures in the Italian Realist movement. Under their guidance, Mancini was introduced to the principles of Verismo, an Italian version of realism that emphasized a truthful and sometimes gritty depiction of everyday life, artistic development, and style. Mancini quickly distinguished himself as a bold and intuitive painter. His early works often featured children, street performers, and the poor, capturing their expressions and conditions with empathy and intensity. His use of impasto, thickly layered paint, along with his vivid color palette and expressive brushwork, set him apart from his peers. Unlike many academic painters of the time who aimed for polished perfection, Mancini allowed texture, spontaneity, and emotion to dominate his canvases. A defining feature of Mancini's work was his ability to portray the psychological depth of his subjects. Whether painting street children or society figures, he conveyed a haunting inner world behind their expressions. His portraits are not merely likenesses. They are intimate studies of the human soul, mental health struggles. Despite his growing reputation, Mancini faced serious personal challenges. In the 1870s, during a promising period in his career, he suffered a mental breakdown that deeply affected his life and work. He was institutionalized for a time and continued to struggle with mental health issues throughout his life. These challenges, however, did not diminish his artistic output. In fact, many critics believe his inner turmoil gave his art a heightened emotional resonance. International recognition. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Mancini began to gain international recognition. He exhibited in Paris and London, where he was supported by art patrons such as John Singer Sargent and Hugh Lane. Sargent, a renowned portraitist himself, greatly admired Mancini's work and even owned some of his paintings. This international support helped Mancini's reputation grow beyond Italy, though he never fully achieved the fame of other European masters during his lifetime. Despite opportunities to move abroad, Mancini remained mostly in Italy, living and working in Naples, Rome, and later Frascati. He continued to produce powerful portraits and genre scenes, many of which were commissioned by wealthy clients. But he never abandoned his commitment to capturing the essence of his subjects with unflinching honesty. Legacy. Antonio Mancini died on December 28, 1930, in Rome. Though often overshadowed by more commercially successful artists of his era, his reputation has steadily risen in the decades since his death. Today, his works are housed in major museums, including the Museo di Capodimonte in Naples, the Galleria Nazionale di Arte Moderna in Rome, and the National Gallery of Ireland in Dublin. Mancini's bold experimentation with texture, color, and psychological depth marks him as a precursor to modernist movements. His work stands as a testament to the power of realism not just to depict appearances, but to reveal the deeper emotional and spiritual truths of human existence. Would you like a list of his most notable paintings as well? Two of